Good morning. I'm Dana Bowers, co-founder of iPay Technologies, and I'm joined by my colleague Jennifer Roth, Senior Vice President of Product. 3,600 banks and credit unions rely on iPay every day for bill payment services. That's 51% of all the credit unions in the country who have bill pay, and 36% of the entire community institution market. iPay is revolutionizing the way small businesses run their back office. Their financial software no longer comes shrink-wrapped. They find it right on their bank's website. With that, meet Joe and Sally. Joe owns Joe's Landscaping, and Sally is his assistant running the back office. Many say Joe has a dirty job, but really it's Sally that has a tougher deal. Joe's solution, take a leaf blower to the back office. But then none of the bills would get paid, and come to think of it, he wouldn't get paid either. That's when he had a bright idea. He wouldn't hesitate to buy the right tool to do a landscaping job. So he logged on to a small business internet banking and signed up for this great new suite of services. Bill paperless, or online invoicing, takes the hassle out of billing. Joe confirms the day's jobs, and Sally creates the invoice. She could print and mail this invoice, but she has her customer's email address, so this invoice will go out right away. She can choose an item from her product list, or she can add and save a new item. And if she's interrupted by a call from Joe, no problem. She just saves her work and comes back to finish it later. When a customer mails in a payment, Sally logs in and posts it. It's easy to track unpaid invoices, and even easier to send a second request for payment. Joe loves their new image they have with their custom invoice. Using the invoice template, Sally uploaded their logo, added their business information, set a standard tax rate, and a few other helpful items. Biggest benefit of all, Joe can continue to grow the business, and Sally can keep up with Joe. Every season at Joe's Landscaping, the goal is to work smarter, not harder, and grow greener bank accounts. So this season, Joe decided to take advantage of a great new way to get paid. It's called Get Paid Faster, and it's right inside Bill Paperless. Now, payments are flowing in, and to his delight, sometimes up to 2 weeks faster. With Get Paid Faster, it took Joe just a couple of minutes to create his own custom branded online payment site. He uploaded his logo, chose a background image, and then chose a color to pull it all together. Now, when customers receive his invoice, they click the Pay Now button, and they're delivered straight away to Joe's website to view and pay their invoices, either with a credit card or right out of their bank account. For Joe and Sally, time saved because these payments are posting automatically to the invoices, and they love that email they get at the end of every day telling them how many payments they've collected. No more watching the mailbox for promised checks, and no more rushing to the bank to make the last-minute deposits. Joe really appreciates having Sally on board at Joe's Landscaping. She's been there a couple of years and knows the business very well. But like every great micromanager, Joe couldn't figure out how to turn over the back office stuff to Sally without turning over the purse strings too. Solution was just a couple of clicks away. Using the industry's most expansive entitlements features, Joe added Sally on as an authorized user, but retain control. Now, Sally can pay routine payments like utilities without Joe ever lifting a finger, but for those payments to large suppliers, those won't go out until Joe approves them. Joe runs a pretty tight ship, so he knows his credit card balance is never more than $1,000 in any given month. So Sally can pay the credit card too, but not for more than the $1,000 cap Joe established. For Joe, the best feature is the text message he gets out in the field letting him know he has payments to approve. So at the end of a long, hard day, he goes home, washes off the grime, logs in, and approves the day's payments in under a minute. Well, it's the first of the month at Joe's Landscaping, and it's time to pay bills. Sally's office used to be mounted with bills to pay, boxes of checks, rolls of stamps, sticky note reminders, not exactly the environmentally friendly business Joe had in mind. But with online bill pay, they cut the clutter, and they get their bills there on time. Online bill pay has the features you would expect, like single and recurring payments, and even a few you wouldn't expect, like dual signature requirements. Sally loves it because the next time she gets 5 invoices from the fertilizer supplier, she can send one payment for all 5 invoices. Cash flow was a little tight this month at Joe's Landscaping, but thank goodness, lots of payments came in online last night, so now Sally can expedite this payment and get it to the biller on time. She stays organized with the easy drag and drop categorization tool. Joe's having a day. He needed to move money from his credit union account to his bank account across town. But along the way, he ended up with a flat on his trailer and doing everything that morning except for working. So as he cranks down on that last lug nut, he calls Sally for help and was just a little embarrassed when he found out how easy it would have been to have done this online. So, a couple of clicks, money's on its way. For Joe, more time back in his day means more business for Joe's Landscaping. When Joe's Landscaping was just Joe and a mower, payroll was easy. It was a customer's check right in his pocket. But now, Joe has a crew of 20 employees working different jobs all over town. Before online payroll deposits, Joe, Sally, and the crew would all trump over to the office to pick up their paycheck, and then they'd all run to the bank to make the deposit. Now, with online payroll deposits, Sally schedules, Joe approves, the crew gets paid. Sally gets an email reminding her it's time to schedule a payday, and the crew gets an email telling them their paycheck's been deposited. So, for just a few dollars a month, Joe is paying bills, transferring funds, doing payroll direct deposit, delegating tasks to Sally, his accountant, or anybody else he wants, creating invoices, tracking his receivables, and getting paid faster online with his own payment website. Over 400 financial institutions have already purchased this product, and we're partnered with nearly every major internet banking provider in the country. Come see us. We'll have your small businesses signing up on your website in less than 30 days. Thank you.